Oh hey gamers, welcome back to World of Warcraft Hardcore, solo self-found. But with a twist, we are playing as a coward. What does that mean? Well, we ran away from a Makagura. That means that all of our attributes and all of our skills are reduced by 20%, all the damage we deal is reduced by 20%, and all of our resistances is lowered by 20%. So we've just mega nerfed ourselves. In this episode we start off in Lochmadan, as we finish off all the quests there, before heading over to Westfall, where we do a plethora of quests, some harder than others. We have a couple close encounters. We managed to finish this episode making our way to Darkshore. So without further ado, let's jump on in. And we are back on the Coward, our hardcore solo southbound. With a twist, we have the Coward debuff, which decreases all of our attributes by 20%, all damage caused is reduced by 20%, and the armour and resistances we have are all reduced by 20%. So it's a complete 20% buff to enemies, 20% debuff to ourselves. Really tough, every fight is a bit of a struggle. See, we're starting this video over here in the Stonewort Dam. Why? We just bought ourselves a heavy spiked mace, which is a huge upgrade from what we had. You can buy it from this vendor here. He either sells the heavy spiked mace or the ironwood maul. So we went for the spiked mace, so you can grab it from up here. It's I think it's 73 silver, so it's definitely worth picking up if you've got the money for it. I spent a bit of time farming these kobolds in this region here just to get enough money. So today we'll be heading down here to do the in defense of the King's Lands. We've got to take out a load of trogs down here. I think that should be, if I go through Lochmadan here, I think that's it for, yeah, it looks like that's going to be the end of this act. Not act, the end of Lochmadan once we've done all of those. So hopefully we can get those done today, then we can make our way to Westfall and we can start doing Westfall. I'd like to ideally finish Westfall today and then potentially get ready to do some dungeons. One thing that I will be doing when it comes to dungeons is I'd only be doing a dungeon, one, if I'm over leveled. So I believe as it's 20%, I'm essentially 20% weaker and everything's 20% stronger. I think that equates to about 4 levels. So every level, I think it's 5, you get technically 5% stronger, I think. I may be wrong here. So I'm going to mitigate my coward debuff, I'm going to be 4 to 5 levels higher than every single dungeon we go to. So then when we join someone else's group, I'm not going to be completely useless. I'm going to be over leveled, therefore that should negate the coward debuff, because I don't mind dying, but I don't want to be the cause of someone else dying. That I don't want that on my conscience, because I would have wasted someone else's time. Since I've played this character for level 14 and I've played this character for about 100 hours now, give or take, I would have wasted someone else's 100 hours on their account. So when we get to end game, dungeons and raids, I will obviously make sure that everyone in the dungeon raid, if we end up getting that far, are okay with trying to do the dungeon raid with essentially a coward. Because I probably won't end up tanking, so I'd have to be a DPS, I would just have to be slightly worse of a DPS, so I'd have to make sure I have best in slot for everything, gear-wise. And here we are, in the Stone Splitter Valley. So we've got to take on a number of these Stone Splitter trogs. So got to take out 10 scouts. So the scouts are the ranged guys. Got the trogs, which are around here somewhere as well, which are the melee ones. So we've just got to take out a load of these, grab a load of their teeth, because why else would we? Of course you're going to need their teeth. And then while we're doing this, we also want to pick up as many... Just want to try and melee. There you go. I want to try and pick up as many linen cloth as possible. So we need 10 linen cloth for our next quest, which is our class quest, I believe it is. So just want to grab as much as we can here. And bonk him down. Boop. There you go. These will obviously drop a load of other and random items. So a new cloak, I'll take that. Nice little purple thing. You can see here that they're not too difficult. But obviously the biggest issue will be if we get outnumbered by a load of them. So obviously I can stun one and then heal myself. That's what I've been doing recently. If I get myself into a tricky situation, use Hammer of Justice and then use Holy Light just for that quick heal. But we're very close to leveling up. And there we go, there is one of the trog teeth. It's going to take us a while to get all 8, but we'll get there. So this is essentially all we're going to do for the next, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, while we grab all of these items. Got to be careful when we try and aggro a camp like this, because we can probably only take 2 at a time. Let's see if I can aggro him, run away, so he chases after me. Although he is ranged, he'll have a set distance he can hit me with. There we go. So I've been thinking, if this paladin doesn't work on the coward only, I'll probably try a shaman. I think shaman would be next. Either a shaman or a hunter. So let me know what you think. I really like the idea of a hunter. I tend to play ranged classes in most MMOs anyway, so I'll probably end up playing hunter, to be honest. And I like the idea of having a pet. Obviously the last hunters haven't fared so well. They keep dying against them stupid boars directly outside of... where is it? In Lochmadan. They keep dying outside of this place. Karanos. Which is very annoying. But I do like the idea. So I'm not very much of a classic WoW player. I've not got very far. And I do like the idea of having a pet which has its own like skill tree. You can decide how you level up and treat your pets in combat. Which is really cool. Here we are, back in Westfall. Done a couple quests. As you can see, we're halfway through to level 15. Joined a guild called Forlorn Few. Seemed a nice enough bunch. So now in Westfall, we've got a million quests to do. You can see the map lags when I move this around. So what we intend to do, because there's a few danger areas here, we're probably just going to go and... I normally go to this middle farm here first. So it recommends... It doesn't really recommend any, actually. It just tells me to go around and kill a load of stuff. So there's a really annoying cave up here, which is quite dangerous. There's a few quests up here as well. So we're probably going to make our way... Take out a few watches in this area. Take out a few in here. Make our way just around in a big kind of anti-clockwise direction. Really going to hope for the best. We should be okay to take on some of these mobs. We will be fighting... All these quests in this area are... If we go around to Westfall, most of them are for our level. So we're going to have to be really careful as we fight our way through. You see these 4 here. Let's actually get rid of this. So this boar here is actually 2 levels lower than us. You can see they do take a bit of a beating. I think we'll be okay. We just need to take this really slow. We'll jump back in when we fight some of these other mobs over here. We need to keep an eye out for these dust devils. You can see one just there. They are very strong. They will highly likely kill us. So they've got a skill called Gust of Wind, which stuns nearby enemies for 4 seconds. That stun, probably going to be what will kill us. So need to be careful with these harvest golems. So these aren't the really strong ones. The really strong ones are slightly further over here. But the Foe Reaper 4000, need to be careful of those ones. But these, you still have to be careful of these, because they will have a thrash ability. It doesn't say it on this tooltip in the bottom right, but these do have a thrash ability. So they store up a load of melee attacks to unleash at once. So be really careful. You definitely don't want to drop to low health against these. These Harvest Golems level 11 ones are really easy. Just over here to the west, there are stronger versions. Those Harvest Watchers, I think they're about level 15, so they are stronger. Definitely be careful. As a hardcore, you don't want to be caught out with low health. That thrash can really do a number on you. If you see these hops drop, that's one button. If you see these hops drop, you definitely want to keep hold of them. We will use them later on a later on quest. I think it's the quest just before we go into Dead Mines. So the first major difficulty of this place is inside this little hut here. Looks very benign. There's one trapper, and then you've got Benny Blanco there in the corner. So we're going to have to try and take both of these out. So first things first, buff ourselves. Aggro one. Oh, it's going to aggro both of them. Have no real say about this. And I want to try and take one down as soon as possible. Okay, oh, never mind. These people are helping me. I'll take that. You don't need to kill them yourself, but it's helpful to have people around. Then you go inside and you click on this wardrobe and you get a pocket watch. And this is, I can't remember what quest. I've got an heirloom quest. There we go. Then I just need some more oats, which you can find around this place. I've got all the ochras or ochra from these guys. So these are the upgraded version of the Harvest Watchers that we were fighting down in the south around this farm down here. So these are level 15. You see they they're hitting quite hard. So I do need to be a bit careful with these. You can see my Lay on Hands is on cooldown. I had to use it because I got very close to dying earlier against, I got aggro 2 of the level 11 ones, and I almost died. So I had to, I won the fight, but I had to use Lay on Hands. So that's the first difficult part down. We're going to try and hand in we need one more set of oats, and then we can hand in these quests over here. Once we've handed these ones in, we're going to then look at potentially doing some murlocs, maybe some gnolls. Then once they're all done, they're going to have to go into this cave just over here. The cave is probably where we're going to jump back into, because the cave is where, if anything's going to go wrong, that's probably where it's going to be. So we're now over here farming some of these murlocs, and first murloc kill we got this drop, short sword of the bear, two-handed sword, quite a good weapon. Shame it's not as good as my mace, but it's fine. And we don't really want you to keep... Okay, I'm going to let him run away. I'm not going to chase him into the water. I'm never going to catch him. Hopefully he turns back round and attacks us. Okay, he's turned around, good. And then he gets bonked first. And bonk. We're here to get the free murloc eyes so we can finish the Westfall stew, because there's so many items in my inventory just clogged up for that one quest. And here we are. We're just outside the Jangolode mine. Interesting name for a mine. And we are here for these bandanas. We're here for some smugglers. We need to take out 15 smugglers. I think it's 15 trappers as well. So we've already taken out 4 trappers. We've got a fair few to take out still. But this is all within this mine here. So we're going to see how dangerous the mine is. We might just be able to get through the mine relatively painlessly. We'll see. Obviously, there are those other players around. I think a lot of players try to avoid going into mines. I can definitely see why. But I am not one of those players. I'm just going to run straight in and hope for the best. So there's some smugglers there. As long as we don't over-aggro, we should be okay. Just easier said than done. And then we'll see how... Yeah, okay. As long as we don't... We can probably take 2 on at once. Because our auto-attack is really strong. And then we should get one more bonk off, and then I'll be able to book judgment. There we go. I'm not going to allow any of these mobs to potentially run away. I'm going to use a bandage just to get my health back up rather than a heal. I'll show taking out these 2, and then we'll probably be back. So what's backstab, net, backstab? They're both essentially assassins. So I'll take one on at a time. Try and walk back a little bit here. And then if I get to low health, I can always just use my Hammer of Justice. Okay, you're running away. That's not ideal. Okay, I'm going to have to quickly throw a quick heal on myself. I'm glad it's not aggroed that cobalt. So if it would, a cobalt would run all the way down, all the way around the, which you can just see where it run around the map, around that corner there, and back around to here, and it will just aggro a load of mobs. I'm quite glad he's not doing that. Okay, there's another trapper down. And then here, I don't really want to aggro that cobalt just yet. But this is one of the caves, quite dangerous. I need to be very slow and careful here. But you can just see what we're going to do. We need to take on loads of these mobs and get a load of their bandanas. Once we've done this, we'll probably then go and take out some more Harvest Watchers over here. Then we need to take on some gnolls. I said gnolls twice now. Some boars. And then the next issue would be... Where am I looking? There's one other cave, which I don't think we have the quest yet. But there's a cave around about here, which is very dangerous. So that'll be... I don't know whether we have to go there, or whether it's kind of a optional place, but lots of people go there because it's quiet. Because there's mages. The reason why this is so dark, so heavy with deaths. There's a load of mages over there, and they are very strong mages. So whether that's, I think that's why it's so many deaths are in the area. Don't really care much for those kobolds. So we're just going to run back out and just try and grab some more kills. It's annoying that there's so many kobolds. But that is us handing in all of the quests. We've got the last one to hand in down here, the red bandanas. I think it wants me to go all at Ironforge next, which is quite a long way to go. Looking at this, I think we will grab these. Nice. New boots. Perfect. Yeah, so once we've flight all at Ironforge, almost leveled up. You can just see how close we are to leveling up there. We got ourselves this chicken as well. Got chicken egg. So prairie chicken, little companion. If you didn't know how to do this, you go to this farm here, Saldine's farm, or Saldines, and there's a vendor that sells you special chicken feed. Buy it. Next to the vendor there's an egg or a chicken. You click on the chicken, you slash cheer at the chicken, then he has an egg and you can interact with the egg and it gives you that loot. Gives you that little boy, wherever he's gone. Little chicken by my feet. It's pretty cool. Right, so now I think we have the Peels Militia to do later on. This is a really dangerous quest. We're gonna delay doing that because that's probably gonna get us killed. And let's carry this on, I guess. So wants us to try get first aid. We've got first aid. We've got a hand in some quests. That's fine. And just by looking at this, we're very close to finishing this. Okay, it wants us to go to Darkshore. So we'll probably actually, by the looks of this, yeah, it wants us to go all the way to Menifil Harbour. We're going to do the skip across to Menifil Harbour. We may need to do it. So just reading through here. Yeah, we need to do the wetlands skip. So we'll do the skip, and then we'll see you when we get to Menifil Harbour. And here we are. We're now at Menifil Harbour. Just got to make our way across this crocodile-infested water. So the level 25 crocodiles need to be really careful. As you can see, we've used our Divine Protection, our bop, because I fell down a cliff and I very almost died. So I pressed it just in case. I don't think it did anything, but I pressed it just in case. It didn't take any full damage. That's a bonus. So you kind of want to be the other just about there. So I tried to do the wetland skip, and we definitely did it the wrong way. So you normally come down this point here. So I was just going off my knowledge of doing this a long time ago when hardcore first came out, and almost made it. Well, almost died as well. So now we just need to get straight across here. Okay, Murloc's there. Okay, they're question marks. Oh, they're higher level, and yeah, should be able to go straight across here. And just hope that we just miss everything. So the crocodile there. Okay, we should be okay. Murloc there. Oh, entering combat. This is not good. Not good at all. Okay. Let's stun it for a second. My stun didn't work. Okay. I have got this. I can take one more hit. There we go. Full health. Just keep running. There you go. Leaving combat. Oh, if I wasn't a overpowered paladin, I would be dead. Here we are, Menifil. Need to make sure I go grab the Flight Master. And apparently I want to buy... I don't think I need a bronze tube. Healing potions. I'll see if I can get some healing potions. Apparently it's in here. Where are you, Mr. Healing Potion Man? A guy called Sam. Where are you? You upstairs? I hope he's upstairs. There he is. The shady dealer. And he has no potions for us. Never mind.
See you later.
So we're going to be making our way to Duskwood, which is where we're going to be doing the next episode. I don't really think there's going to be much we're going to show in Duskwood, to be honest. Because a lot of it, if I right click here, right click, go straight across to Duskwood. Okay, it's level 10 to level 20. So a lot of this upper area up here is kind of like a level 10. We've got some edges here which are a higher level. You can hover over here. It's level 20 quest here. There's a level 20 quest down here. So this middle area is 10 to 15, then this upper area 20 to 20. So we will probably do Duskwood next time. Because okay, don't want to buy any healing potions. Wait for the boat, take the boat to Darkshore. Fine. So need to remember what boat goes where. So it should be, yeah, there you go, this one on the right hand side. So we're going to be over there. That will take us to Darkshore. And of course this boat here always stays here. So it's just to be whenever it arrives. So it's a nice place to do a little outro. So we've done Westfall. It's a bit of a struggle, but we managed to do it. We're literally a toenail away from leveling up. That's 168 experience. It's so close. We may level up as we get into Darkwood. Duskshore. Darkwood? Duskshore? Well, where are we going to go? Darkshore. Bit of both, really, what I was just saying there. So we'll end this episode here. I'm happy that we managed to finish Westfall. We will be back to Westfall in the future, but for now we've done it, and we will obviously go back there. There's a few quests we still need to do there. Obviously you've got a level 22 quest here for what's it called, for Dead Mines. So if I hover over Dead Mines, it says 17 to 26, so we're going to go there when we're on the higher end of that, so roughly around 21. But yeah, anyway, we'll end it here. So if you've made this far, thank you much for watching. Got a couple links in the description down below. One of them being my Discord channel, if you want to join the community. Small community, slowly growing, you're more than welcome to join. Then you've got 2 YouTube channels down below. One is the Mrs Rothmers lore channel, called One Nerd to Rule Them All, where she does Warhammer, Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones lore. Pretty cool stuff. Then we've got a joint YouTube channel where we both collect, build and paint the Warhammer figures. So we've got some Lord of the Rings, Warcry and some Age of Sigmar. Soon to be doing some kill teams and some 40k. So if you want to see any of that, feel free to have a look at Nerdy Miniatures. So have a wonderful day everyone, and as we make our way to Darkshore, we'll see you in the next episode. Person. Just a gunslinger, that's cool. Or grudge slayer, not gunslinger. But yeah, have a wonderful day everyone. And this will be back in 2 weeks' time as we continue our coward only. Peace out.